Wool by Lulu Monroe. Wool. People began using wool long ago. It is used to make clothing, blankets, and other items. Wool is thick and strong and keeps people warm in cold weather. Some people like to wear woolen scarves. When the wind is blowing and the air is chilly, a woolen scarf feels soft and warm. Warmth. There are many ways to wear wool. Some people wear woolen sweaters. Other people wear woolen socks or woolen hats. You can even wear a coat or pants made of wool. People have made clothes from wool for a very long time. Sheep. Most wool is made from the fleece of a sheep. Some special kinds of wool are made from the fleece of other animals. Turning fleece into yarn and fabric takes many steps. The first step is cutting the sheep's fleece. The fleece grows long and thick during the cold months. Farmers use special sharpening tools to get ready for this job. Fleece cutting is usually done once each year, in the springtime. Combing. The wool is washed and then checked to remove any small pieces of bark or dirt that are still stuck inside it. Next, the wool is combed with a special tool. This separates the wool and smooths it out. Long ago, this was done by hand, using special paddles. Now, big machines do this work, but some people still comb wool by hand. Spinning. After the wool is combed, it is pulled into long strands and then spun into yarn. Many people still spin by hand or with a spinning wheel. However, today, most clothing is made in factories that use big machines to spin wool. Fabric. After the wool is spun into yarn, it can be made into fabric by weaving or knitting. This fabric is used for scarves, socks, coats, and hats. It can also be used for blankets and furniture. Special dye is used to change the color of the wool, and big machines weave the yarn into fabric. Sheep. Most of our wool comes from sheep. There are many different kinds of sheep, and they can produce different types of wool. Many types of sheep are found in the United States, but sheep can be found all over the world. One special type of sheep is the merino sheep. This sheep was first found in Spain. It has a white coat that is very thick and pretty. Many people like to wear merino wool because of its softness. Goats. Cashmere is a special wool that does not come from a sheep. It comes from the undercoat of the cashmere goat. The undercoat of 4 to 6 goats is needed to make just one sweater. Cashmere wool is very soft and warm. No other fabric duplicates the feeling of cashmere. Angora. Angora wool is another kind of wool that does not come from a sheep. Angora wool comes from the Angora rabbit. It is so soft and fluffy that some people call it delicious. Angora rabbits are often shorn 4 times a year. Most Angora wool today comes from France and England. Mohair. The Angora goat produces very soft wool called mohair. The first Angora goat was found in Turkey. The fleece of the Angora goat is shorn twice a year. Today, most mohair comes from goats in Turkey the United States, and southern Africa. Alpaca. The alpaca is another animal with soft wool. The alpaca is found mostly in Peru. There are two kinds of alpaca. One grows very long, silky, and curly hair, and the other grows short, rough hair. The alpaca is only shorn every 2 years. Alpaca wool can keep you dry in rain and snow. Wool. People learned to make fabric from wool thousands of years ago. It was first done by hand. Later, machines were invented to do the same work. Today, many clothes are made from wool. Wool is also used to make carpets, rugs, yarn, and many other things. Responding. Target skill. Conclusions. Can wool be made from animals other than sheep? Copy the chart. Add details from the story that show wool can come from other animals. Write about it. Text to text. This book gives a lot of details about how to make wool. Write a few sentences that give instructions on how to make something that you read about in a different book. Target vocabulary. Delicious. Duplicated. Dye. Sharpening. Spinning. Strands. Weave. Yarn. Target skill. Conclusions. Use details to figure out more about the text. Target strategy. Summarize. Stop to tell important ideas as you read. Genre. Informational text gives facts about a topic.